So there we go. Just pick up all the dirt blocks. And that should be completely safe and spider-proof and zombie-proof and everything else proof. Except for the Endermen, who can teleport. Really. Teleporting monsters, I don't know. I'm just gonna call it feature creep. They just add more and more stuff incrementally. And at some point it deviates from the original intention of the game. I think. I mean, it's... Well, okay, let's talk about game design theory a little bit. I mean, originally there were skeletons and spiders and zombies, and spiders couldn't climb, and so if you want to keep monsters out, you just build a wall. That's pretty simple, right? And, you know, it was consistent, even creepers couldn't climb, so if you want to keep everything out, build a wall and then you are safe. So then they made the spiders climb, and then you had to add an overhang on the wall like that. Which is, you know, okay, fair enough, an overhang, that's not too bad. And then they made teleporting monsters. What the heck? Well, there was the ghast in the nether, I guess, as well. But you know, that's okay. I mean, they only appear in the nether, and so it's not like you have flying monsters out here where everyone already had their, you know, their little empires and buildings built everywhere. So it's not like they would invade your base with giant flying monsters that shoot fireballs that destroy your blocks and all that. You know, that's in the nether. Okay, in the nether is a different world, different rules. And then they made the teleporting Enderman, which is something else again. And yeah, you can't stop them ever. Maybe you just don't look at them. So you know, even this you can't have, because you know you might look through a gap in the wall and see an Enderman outside, and then they'll teleport into you, and then break your stuff, and then kick your ass and everything else. Yeah, that's feature creep. That's changing the rules as you go, instead of having a design from the beginning and sticking to the design. You're making incremental changes, which is always dangerous, because you know, you let the game get away from you. You let the design of it get away from you if you're not careful, and it becomes something else, something different, something that you didn't intend from the start. I don't know, that's my opinion. I think it's not a good way to design games. If you just, you know, add stuff and not have a plan that you're sticking to. And the Ender Dragons, I don't know how that's implemented. I guess they came up with another pre-release, so I guess I could look it up and see what people are saying about that. But I mean, imagine giant dragons just flying around in the sky and then breaking your stuff. I mean, that's a completely new thing, you know, it's changing the rules completely. I think the Ender Dragons are only in the Ender realm, or something like that. From the screenshots, that's what I can tell. So I don't think you actually find them out here. But you know, you're just changing the rules on people, and that's just without warning. I don't know if that was always like that, or if an Enderman had come along and removed that at some point in the past. And that's the thing with the Enderman too, like you don't know. You don't know if they've come along and griefed your stuff. Let's see, how should I do this? Well, I guess at least it needs to be that high. Let me think about this. Well, actually, let's just do it and then have a look at it from above. Alright, I need to get out. And I just I just closed myself in that way, so I need to jump out this way. And I can't actually get out here. Oh, I kind of can. Oops. Alright, so let's come out here and have a look at this. So it needs to be 3 and then 1 more for the overhang. And I'm just wondering if it'll be easier just to build it all the way to the top. Yes, it would. It would be easier to just build it all the way to the top. Because that's already 4. And the overhang, and you might as well just, yeah, fence off the whole thing. And then have the... Oh, slabs. I forgot. That's alright. Let's see, slabs. There. 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 Yep, so the spiders can't get past that. I feel like I'm cheating, playing on peaceful. You know, there's no danger out here. And this, I'm pretty sure an Enderman put that there. Because it looks completely out of place. Ah, Enderman. Damn you, Enderman. Never mind. I mean, it is not noticeable when it's open like this, but you know how I've got torches all over the surface? What happens is, I've got all of the surface lit up, and a lot of the big caves lit up. And what happens is, there are smaller caves that I haven't found yet. And inside those smaller caves, everything will spawn, because, you know, there's nowhere else for them to spawn. And so the concentration of Endermen in those smaller caves will be much higher. And then when I finally find the caves and look in, it's just all completely griefed up. Because, you know, they're more concentrated in there, and so there's more of them doing the damage. And it just looks, you know, completely messed up. I don't know, it's a bad idea. I disagree. I disagree with the Enderman. Let's just put it like that. Alright, so yep. So fence there. Dirt and fence. Oops. Dirt, fence. And then what we can do is up here we'll just come straight across. Well, let's just do that. Yep, so that stops all the spiders from climbing over that. And let's dig that away. And I need to make another shovel. Yep. Oops. I've changed my inventory setup as well. I don't know if you guys notice or if you care. Actually, why am I carrying a furnace around? Anyway, I'm carrying a crafting table instead of tools. I used to make tools, and then... Oh wow, I'm trapped. Yeah, and you know, I used to have a crafting table at my home base, and then I'll make tools there, and then I carry the tools. But now that you have to carry food around, I dropped the compass and the map. No, because I don't want it. I don't want the essential stuff to take up too much space. Actually, why am I carrying a bed around? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't actually know why I'm carrying that stuff around. I guess it might be useful. Let's see, all the way up. And all the way up. I actually think I might run out of fences. Alright, there's that. So, you know, once you've decided on how to do something, it's quite quick to just repeat it. Which is... I do want it symmetrical. Which means that I don't want that. Huh. Huh. Wait, maybe I do want that one there. And oh crap. And if I have that there, well, I can just. I mean, it would look strange if I put a fence down here. Maybe I stone. We're improvising. We are improvising. And I need to get back up. Alright, improvising. I was just saying, you know, it's easier once you've figured it out once. And then I had to improvise. Yep. Yep, let's grab all the... and then I have to get back out again. Oops. Oops. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, so the slabs will go straight across. Actually, isn't it 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2... yeah, it's more efficient if I do that. Let's change this. Oh, I don't need to remove that one. There we go. Save on 2 slabs. And we'll just pick these up. And I guess we can shimmy our way back in. I don't need the water anymore. Alright. Good, good, I like that. We're improvising a little bit. So what's going on? Okay, I remember now. I've built that thing out there already. Which... did I just put that in the wrong place? No, I didn't. Okay, so that's all fine. Although... I don't know. Let's see. Let's just do that as well. And I need to... oh, I can't get past. Well, doesn't matter. I guess I can just leave the two dirt blocks like that. No, that's not. It doesn't make any difference, I guess. Just take that back. And now we need to go outside. Or actually, while we're here, we might as well do this part as well. So here, as you can see quite clearly, the outside is a lot taller than the inside, and so all of this would just be fenced off completely. I mean, if you haven't figured that out already, it's just gonna be like that. And like that. Oops. Fairly basic. Nothing complicated.